Hi everyone. Today I am going to show you how to make a holiday seal to add to your Christmas cards this year to give them an extra special touch to anyone you mail a card to. And I'm going to use this stamp set called Holiday Seals by the Stamping Village, which is a collection of the 12 stamp companies that you see represented here, including Lawn Fawn and Avery Elle and Hero Arts and Dare to Be Artsy, and also Pink Fresh Studios. So let's get started making our holiday seals. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a sticker. So I'm taking some stickit adhesive backing and I'm just going to apply that to my card stock. And here I'm using Express It blending card stock because we're going to be doing some Copic coloring, and that is my favorite card stock. So I'm just making sure that the stickit backing is adhered firmly to our cardstock. So I went over it with my with that tool you saw there. And now I'm going to add the 4 stamps that we're going to color in, and I'm just going to arrange them on my little sheet of paper here inside my MISTI until I get it just right. And now we're going to take some Memento black ink and stamp our stamps with that, and then we can start coloring in our images. And I just adore these 4 little holiday seals that we're going to be coloring in. I just think they are so cute. So let's start with this first one. I think this one is by Dare to Be Artsy, and it's a little Santa Claus, and it says elf inspected, Santa approved. So that's going to look so cute on my envelope this year. And I'm just going to color in Santa's hat with some red and yellow orange Copic markers. We're going to give Santa some pink skin with an EO1 marker, and then our background will fill that in with a BG10. And then for the rim of our seal, I'm going to color that in some yellow greens, and you don't have to get as fancy as I did here. You could just put one color around the edging, but I wanted to go an extra step, so I added some 2 to 3 different shades of green there. And now I'm going to add some shading to Santa's hat, and I'm just dotting on some BG10 C3 and C5 there just to add some texture to the hat. And then I'm going to add some texture into Santa's beard by just doing those thin up and down strokes on the top and bottom of the beard, so it looks like he has a pretty full beard there. And I'm going to do the same along the mustache. And then I'm adding a little bit of shading to the skin with an E11 and a little bit more shading to the furry part of the hat. And then finally a little darker yellow green around the edge there. And that looks good to me. Now we can move on to the Avery Elle stamp. And we're going to color in our little moose here who has decorated himself with some Christmas lights. And we're going to color in his antlers with E41 for the base, and then some E44 and 43 for the shading. And then since there's not much coloring on this stamp, I wanted to use a really bright, bold brown for the color of the moose himself. So I'm using my E20s here. And we're going to color in his snout and his ears and his body all in the same tones here. So E27 is our darkest color, and then E25 and E23 will make up the rest of the moose. And then for the lights, we're just going to go real simple here with red and green, no shading or anything. And then we're going to color in the background with some BG000. And then the edging around the stamp we'll color in with some strong red. And then to make it a little interesting, we'll just add some little white dots around the edge just to dress it up a little. And then one little white dot in the center of each of the bulbs too, just to give them a little highlight. Now we'll move on to our Lawn Fawn holiday seal with that adorable little deer, and we'll color him in some soft browns. So I'm using E35 for the body and E31, and then E43 for the little antlers. And then we're going to give him a peachy background. So we're going to color that in with R30 and then add a little R20 around the edging. Now we're going to have a little cardinal in the center of our Pink Fresh Studio stamp, and I'm going to color him in some reds, and I'm going to add that same red to the center of the berries. And then we're going to color in the leaves in 2 different shades of green. So we're going to use a yellow green for those leaves that are solid. And then for the leaves that have a little split in them down the center, we will color them in with G09. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of shadowing on the yellow green with that YG67, leaving some of the YG01 showing. And then finally, we'll color in the entire background with some B60. And I just love the sentiment on this holiday seal. It says winter wishes and snowflake kisses. So cute. Now I'm going to take the Infinity Dies by Hero Arts, and I'm going to pick the right size circle to cut out our little holiday seals so that they'll be all ready to put onto our envelopes in a moment. So I'm just going to tape that down, and then I'm going to cut each of those 4 stamps out using the Hero Arts Infinity Circle. And there we have it. So there are our 4 little holiday seals. So let's try them out by adding them to a couple of the Christmas cards that I'll be mailing. So we have this card that I had done a while ago, and there's a video on this card if you want to learn how to make it. And now I'm going to add some candy cane striped washi tape to the edges of our little envelope there. It's one of my favorite ways to use washi tape. I think it's a nice way to decorate our little handmade cards that we send in the mail. And then I'll just cut off with my scissors any area of washi tape that overlaps. You could also wrap it around the front. That would be fine. And now let's peel off the adhesive backing that we added in the beginning of the video. And all we have to do is press down our little Santa seal. And that's it. It's that easy. And look how adorable that makes your envelopes look. You could also just apply the seals with tape if you don't want to go and make an actual sticker out of it. But I just thought it would be a fun little thing to do, and also might make it just a little bit easier while you're in mass production mode getting all of your cards signed and mailed out. Okay, so let's do one more. So I'm gonna put the washi tape across the center here because we have a little different closure on this envelope. And then we're going to take our little Avery Elle mousse and add him right to the center. And I think that looks just perfect. I'm so excited for the friend that I'm going to be sending this card to see what their reaction is. And that's it. So I would love to hear from you in the comments if you like this idea of adding a holiday seal to your cards. If you don't have the stamp set, you can also take any small stamp that you have and create your own holiday seal. You just need a circle die and a small little image to fit in the center, and then you can make your own seals. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon in the next video.